Hey, I'm Ed. Today I'm going to show you how to replace the damper motor on a Frigidaire refrigerator. You might need to change this out if the part failed testing or has been damaged. Before we get started, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons so you can get notified when we post new videos. With over 2 million products in stock and the know-how to help you do it yourself, we are AppliancePartsPros.com. Let's get our tools together. Today we'll need a 1/4-inch nut driver and some tape. And please remember that safety comes first. Always disconnect your refrigerator by unplugging it or switching the breaker off, as well as turning off its water supply before doing any work on it. To access the damper motor, open the refrigerator door and take out the filter. At the back of the refrigerator at the top, you should see a 1/4-inch screw on the right side behind where the filter is located. Remove this screw, then drop the cover down. There will be 2 1/4-inch screws on the corner of the left side that are recessed in. Remove both of them. We need to remove the 3 1/4-inch screws under the control panel. These will be recessed into the panel. Next, remove the 1/4-inch screw under the cover at the back of where the filter would be. Once all the screws have been removed, you should be able to drop the control housing down so you can access the damper motor. You'll need to remove this clear plastic piece, which is called a light pipe. Then pull the front of the control housing to release the control board. We have the power on during disassembly, so you can see what we are doing, but you should have it unplugged when you do it yourself. To remove the damper motor, we need to disconnect the wire connector at the top of the refrigerator and lower the control housing. Then disconnect the wires from the damper and pull the damper off the control housing. You also need to remove the thermistor to the freezer from the damper. To remove the housing, slide it out of these 2 keyed holes in the front housing. Once you got the damper removed, make sure you clean any of the residual glue from the housing. This stuff is really sticky, but we need to get it all off so that the new one can mount correctly. To reinstall the damper, you'll need to reattach the thermistor for the freezer to the damper. Once this is done, you'll place the damper back on the control housing and press on it firmly to make sure the glue sticks. After it's firmly stuck on, place the housing back in place in the fridge and reconnect the wiring. Make sure to tuck the wiring in to make sure it doesn't get pinched when you screw it back on. Before pushing the housing all the way up, be sure that the thermistor is tucked into the slot on the left side. Then reinsert the damper housing into the front housing and slide it over. To reassemble, first plug the control board back in. Then slide the control board back into place and lock it into the tabs. Then reinstall the light pipe. We need to put the control housing back on the ceiling and install the 3 1/4-inch screws that hold the housing in place. Then install the 2 1/4-inch screws in the side panel at the upper left-hand side. Install a single 1/4-inch screw behind the water filter. Now you can put the cover back over the tubing, and once you install the 1/4-inch screw that holds it in place, you're done. Don't forget to plug your fridge back in or flip the circuit breaker back on, as well as turning the water back on. You made it! Great job, and thanks for joining us today. Make sure to let us know how the repair went in the comments. And if you haven't gotten a replacement damper motor yet, grab your model number and head over to AppliancePartsPros.com to order one. Orders usually arrive in just a few days. We want to hear from you. Drop a comment below to let us know how the testing and repair process went. And if you haven't already, hit those like and subscribe buttons. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.